Hello, my name is Rida, and in this tutorial we are going to learn how to create a multiple authentication system for Laravel 6. In this video we are going to do 3 steps to prepare our projects. So the first step, we are going to install Composer, and in the second step we are going to create a fresh Laravel 6 project. Then we are going to install a package named Laravel/UI. This package will take care of scaffolding your entire authentication system, meaning that we will have already built-in authentication system. And in the next video we are going to learn how to create a second authentication system. So let's start with a fresh project. First we need Composer in our local machine. I already have the installer here, so I'm gonna try to install Composer quickly. Make sure you have Composer on your machine, because Laravel utilizes Composer to manage its dependencies. So before using Laravel, make sure you have Composer installed on your machine. Now that we have Composer, we also need XAMPP, but I already installed XAMPP, so I need to just start the Apache. And also we're gonna need MySQL for our database. Let me open the PHP MyAdmin. Later on we're gonna create our database for our projects. Now let's go to the XAMPP location, and in XAMPP we need to go to htdocs, this file here. So this is like the root folder for our web server. Let's create a new folder for our project. I give it a name, a multi-auth project. It's like a descriptive name for what we're gonna do in this project. Yeah, let me open this one in Visual Studio Code. You can do all this work from your command prompts, but I like to do it this way so we can save time. Let me open a new terminal. You can also use your terminal from your computer, but I like to use the integrated terminal in the Visual Studio Code. It's awesome. Also, I have a git bash. You can use the command prompts, cmd or PowerShell, but I like to use git bash because it looks beautiful and it looks better, especially when explaining on giving tutorials. We have Composer, but we need to create a new project. But before using this command, we need to have the Laravel installer package. So let's use Composer. We are installing Laravel installer, so this package, it's just gonna let us use some commands for easy installation. It's gonna take a few seconds or probably a minute. Now that we have the package installed. Okay, now that we have the Laravel installer installed, we can use this command, Laravel new. And also, if you want to install the project inside a folder, you just give it a name. For example, like a new project. This will install the new project inside this folder. So this command will create a folder inside this folder and then install the project in it. But in this case, we don't want to install inside a new folder. We just want to install everything inside our folder, multi-auth project. So let's just click enter. This is gonna take a few seconds, a few minutes probably, installing the project. If this command didn't work for you, you have to debug what's the problem exactly, and if you couldn't figure out, just go ahead and use the composer. For example, right here they have it in the documentation. You see this command here, composer create project. You can use this or you can use this. I like to use this because it's shorter, but you can use the composer if you want. This is just an extra information while our project is installing. Okay, this took a couple minutes, probably 2 or 3 minutes. Now let me open another terminal here. Let's leave this one here. For those who don't know why my terminal looks like this is a bash terminal. You can change it from here, for example, and use command prompt or PowerShell, but I like to use bash because it's prettier. Okay, let's start our project. PHP. Now that our project is live, let's go to this path. Okay, so this is our project and it's fresh project. From here you can start building your own application. Let's go ahead and clean some things. Resource, views, welcome. Put this one down a little bit. We don't need all these links here. Save, go back, refresh, and from here you can start building your own projects. As you can see here, we have no authentication system. Of course, you can go ahead and start building your own authentication system, but why building your own authentication system and Laravel already ships with the authentication system? Laravel ships with a Laravel UI package, provides a quick way to scaffold all the routes and views you need for authentication using a few simple commands. And let's go ahead and install that authentication system. Let's use this command. So this command will install a package. Oh, I make a error. Two dashes. Here we go. This will install a package named Laravel/UI, and this will create all routes and views for our authentication. Okay, now that the package is installed, let's use it. PHP view scaffold installed successfully. Please run npm install. Okay, now it's done. Let's run the second command, npm run dev. building our models. And here we go. Let's stop our server and restart it. PHP artisan serve. Now let's go to our Laravel project, refresh, and here we go. You see, now that we have a login system and register system already installed in our project. Register. This is freaking awesome. Everything, just a few commands and everything is installed. But of course this is not gonna work because we don't have a database yet connected to this application. So let's go ahead and create our database. First, let's go to .env and let's give it a name, database name. So we name it multi-auth. Let me copy this name. The username is going to be root and the password is going to stay empty because this are the defaults, username and password for XAMPP. In this project, of course, I'm using XAMPP. I don't know if I already explained that or not, but let's start our project. We're gonna need Apache and also we're gonna need MySQL database. And of course our project multi-authentication system is installed in the Laravel is installed in the XAMPP root file location here. Make sure to go here to the htdocs and here you can see our projects, our project files. Now we need to create our database. Let's open our PHP admin. There we go. We have a few default databases, but we need to create our own database. We give it the name, the same name that we put in our project. I like to use general UTF-8, general C. I like to use this for Arabic characters. Now that our database is created, we need couple tables, but we are not going to do that manually. We're going to do that through the migration from Laravel. Let's check our migration here. Okay, we have a table called users and it has an ID, a name, an email verified at like a timestamp, and a password and remember token and a timestamp. Let's run our migration. To run a migration, just type in this command php migrate and click enter. No, something didn't work. Let's see what's the problem here. Unknown database Laravel. Oh, it looks like we didn't save it. Let's save it. Let's save that. And also we need to stop this and restart it. Let me close everything. Now we use our command php great, and here we go. See, our tables get created successfully. Let me open another bash here, php serve. This is our project and this is our database. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Now that after giving our command, the migration command, it did create for us couple tables here. User tables, users tables, and the password reset and the migration and failed jobs. We are interested in this users table, as you can see here. Now let's go ahead and create a user. Let's refresh. Of course, if we try to log in, we are not going to be able to log in because we never created a user. Let's register now. My name is Rita. Email Rita@gmail. Password. And here we go. We created a new user and we are logged in. Rita. Let's go to the main index page. See Laravel here and we have home here. If we go to our table, refresh, we can see now that we have a user named Rita. You can see the hash password and everything. Let's log out. Let's try to go to home. You cannot see home as long as we are not logged in. So we need to log in. Let's log in. There we go. Here we go. But this is not what we want. What we want is we want an admin authentication, a different authentication system. So we need a second table, not for users, but for admins, because we don't want to mix up users and admins in the same table. Of course, we can do that. We can have, for example, users and admins in the same table of users, and we can give users a role and give admins a role, but we need to create another row here, and based on that row we can give roles to a different kind of users. But we don't want to use that. We want to create our own table for admins, so we don't mix users table with admins table. I think our video is getting too long and we should stop here and continue our tutorial in the next video. See you.